This is Rock Leach with Social Fire, and in this video, we're going to be looking at and reacting to a video of controversy that went on in a church between Bishop Dwight Reed, who's 63 years old, and his marriage to an 18-year-old member. Oh, you don't want to miss this video. Now, when we look at this, he was saying a lot of things. There was a lot of drama that was going on in this. And I want to give a shout out to my sister who actually brought this to my attention because there's a lot going on in this video. Listen, I don't even want to waste any time. I want to go ahead and get to the video so you all can see what's going on because I got a lot to say about what went on. Let's go.
But don't let the devil fool you now. And I wish some of y'all would mess with my wife, Jordan. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. Well, you will see me on the news. Let me just tell you that right now. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. You better walk by and say, praise the Lord. That's what you better do. Because that's my wife. And she grown. She didn't need nobody to sign no paperwork for her. Now, if this was out in the streets, y'all be saying she made a come up. But you a hypocrite. So don't you forget the Bible say marriage is honorable. And the Bible said when you find the wife, honey, you find favor with God, honey. I found some favor with God. And we sleeping good at night. Ain't nobody up all night worrying about all these crooks. But I felt I need to say that because somebody talking about what they gonna do if they see you. I'm telling you now, don't let the devil fool you. Because I ain't the one to play with. I get on the other side here. Wish you would. Yeah, you mean the pastor? Yeah, me. It's just too far, it's too far. You start threatening bodily harm, that's a problem. And please don't come over here because everybody in here is packing over here. Please don't come over here showing out. I'm asking you nicely as I know how.
Over the last
now, I had to get that off because see y'all, you start talking about you talking about you gonna do something here when you see her? No, you done went too far now.
Now, I really don't agree with his posture in addressing this. Now, let's go from a legal standpoint. He did say that they because she's 18, there didn't have to be any paper that was signed. I get what he's talking about. It's the legality of the whole thing. And whenever we're dealing with legality, there is the letter of the law, which is the legal words, and then there's the spirit of the law, which deals with the ethical and societal considerations. Because there are a lot of questions that need to be answered when it comes to this, I mean, there's a lot of questions. It makes me think about, and I have a lot of preachers in my family, a lot of preachers. And it makes me think about, one of my family members' wife passed away. Family member's wife passed away. And, after the funeral, he decided to announce his engagement to the lady who was going to be his wife. Now, I'm not talking about her age. She was of age, but he decided to announce it just shortly after. And it was pretty quick. And I remember on social media, everybody had something to say. I mean, it was all kind of people. Now, let's be honest. Some people had a posture of, they missed out. It seemed like there was a little bit bitterness there because they may have been ones thinking that they were next. I'm not even going there. But there were people who, were loyal to his ex-wife who had passed away. And, and then it was still a lot of time people were still grieving. So, that grieving with the confusion and different things like that. uh, it's a lot. It can be a lot. But I only bring that up to say that people will always have an opinion when something doesn't go with what the status quo believes it should be. I remember talking to my mother about it, and we just having a conversation, mother and son. And I said, Mama, what do you think about it? She said, Baby, if his wife passed away, it didn't matter if he got married right after the funeral. He's right. He's within his rights to do that. And when I look at this situation right here, I know that a lot of people have a lot of things to say, but legally, he fine. He is fine. But that is the letter of the law. I want to deal with probably what everybody else is dealing with here, and that is the ethical and societal considerations here. I mean, there are some questions that need to be asked when it comes to this kind of things. The power imbalance. He's older. He's 63 years old, and this young lady is 18 years old. What are they both in their right frame of mind? Does she even know what the right frame of mind is? When did he decide he wanted to date her? When is her birthday? Did he start dating her early, or was he looking at her before she turned 18? Because that right there is a level of inappropriateness. Let's say it a nice way. That's just inappropriate. And that's the whole point of this whole thing, is that it is walking the line of appropriate and inappropriate. And it's too close to inappropriate. That's what people are worried about and are looking at. I mean, I saw the comments and many people was talking about this is pedophilia, different things of that nature. No, it's not pedophilia. But I do get it from the standpoint of the spirit of the law, which is looking at that ethical and societal considerations. People got something to say, and we look at the power imbalance. Is there the potential for exploitation? She young, she don't know. Clearly, he knows. Is there consent and maturity? Because that's what we look at with the letter of the law. The letter of the law lets us know that 18 is the age of consent and the age of marriage. She checked both of those boxes according to the law, so there's no legal stance here with the letter of the law. But we look at other things, consent and maturity. Could there be any mental instability going on here? He's up in age and she's just getting of age. I mean, you got two extremes here going on. I mean, it's so many different things that are going on here. What are the intentions and motivations here? What's his real intentions and motivation? Maybe he wants to have children. Maybe that's what it is. And so he chose somebody that's going to be able to have a lot of children. We don't know what his intentions and motivations were, but let's be real. It's honestly not up to us. I know this video was sent to me and I really appreciate it because there's a conversation that definitely needs to be had. And I do want Social Fire, I want our discernment warriors to have this conversation in the comments section. I mean, is she too young to be in a relationship with him at 63? Should she have been in a relationship with somebody more her age? Is that what we're looking at? What is what is the real thought here? Because I understand legally, and he knows legally he's right. I just don't. I don't like the way he was real reckless with the way that he was talking to people, and I don't like when people applaud this level of dysfunction when he's talking about, I wish you would. He going on down there. Hopefully, folk not finna do that. But then once again, I don't know his members, and I don't know them. I just know based on what he was saying, I didn't see where it may have been warranted, but I don't know what he's really dealing with in that regard. I do respectfully want to say I don't know what he's dealing with there. We don't know what he's dealing with there, but we also don't know what his intentions and motives were. are, and we don't know, the real impact on her. She could decide, within her younger years that she don't want to be married. And if she do, just like she signed to get in, she can sign to get out. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. She, just like she didn't have to get her parental consent to get into the marriage, she don't have to get it to get out. And just like, and if there's no prenup, which I'm quite sure there may not have been, she can leave with some. And like he said in the video, this might be this. Everybody else will look at this as a come up. Listen, brother, don't play here, because when she leave and take you for just about everything, it was a come up. You don't want that to be real. I'm just gonna say that there. But this is something, and while I was doing my homework and research on this, I saw that there was another preacher, another bishop, who was actually trying to use this, for financial gain, use this story within that denomination. Which I'm not even going to get into all of that. That's something I'll make another video on another time, because people will use anything on you. But I agree that, just going to say this, that he is within his rights legally. Legally, he's okay. Nobody can say nothing about it. She is of age. But there are those ethical and those societal questions that we have to look at. Bishop, when did you notice her and become interested in her? And what was her age at that moment? Those are things, it's, are you wanting to have more children, and, we don't know those things, but I will say that legally it's a technicality, but he's right. Nobody can really say anything or do anything, but that doesn't stop social media from talking about it and us bringing it up on this channel. But I want to know, ultimately, what do you think about Bishop Reed and getting married here to this 18-year-old young lady? I'm a little reluctant to even say her name, because one source said 18, one source said 19, but it's still young. She hasn't, it's just a lot of wisdom that she needs. And just me being a complicated man like I am, and I'm 49, I'm not 63. There is no way that I could do that. I just could not do that. I thank God for my wife, but my wife brought a lot of things to the table, and we met at the table with the things that would help each other out, as we grew and put this marriage together. But many times people have other agendas. I just believe, I'm not a person that believes in love at first sight. I don't believe in that. The reason I don't believe in that is because that's a feeling. Love at first sight, if it's based on that feeling, what are you going to do when you don't feel like that? It's a responsibility. Commitment comes out of a deep sense of responsibility. Now, even when you're not feeling it, you got to be there. My question is, does she even know that? Does she know that? What's she going to do when she get mad? She going to have a tantrum. What is she going to do? She going to jump ship. After a while, she's going to be telling him, you're not my daddy. I'm just saying, all these are things we got to look at, y'all. She's a young lady, teenage. And she's a first lady now. Oh, Lord, we didn't even, I don't even have my sound zone, but she's a first lady. And y'all know how they do first ladies. When it's a first lady, what happens is they'll give the pastor fine china, but they'll try to give the first lady paper plates. I'm just saying that's how it operates many times, and I don't know that she's ready for that. But that's what I'll pray about, and I want to know, ultimately, what do you think about this? Jump down in the comment section and let me know what you think about Bishop Reed and his new wife. Now, this going to either do one or two things. This is either going to put him out of his misery, or it's going to bring him back to life. You be the judge. Let's go.